This Ultimate Bunny build allows you to solo all hard mode infiltration in the game, which is the main reason why I created this build in the first place. As you all know, turning just one or all modifiers in an infiltration mission will make it private, and this Ultimate Bunny can finish all missions, giving you a higher chance of getting 2 amorphous materials and even a stabilizer in one run, which takes about the same time doing it with a team in public matches. Also, this build will allow you to run almost infinitely without using bionic fuel, which is a high risk and high reward skill module for Ultimate Bunny that grants you infinite usage of speed of light with the cost of draining your health. I have seen some of my friends running this build, but sadly relying on shield alone will not be good enough, especially against those elite units and infiltration missions in the fortress. Once your shield runs out, it will take some time to recharge, and with low health values you can instantly die in one shot. Hence, I don't run bionic fuel in my build. You can also use this Ultimate Bunny build for any farming runs and hard mode missions when you like to farm gold, Kuiper shards, reactors, components, or anything that you need. Finally, this build has insane mobility because there will be little to no downtime in your speed of light ability, and it also has crazy damage that allows you to kill hard mode intercept bosses like the Devourer while running it solo. If you want proof, then there are video showcases at the end of the video. I really can say that this is the perfect solo speed farming Ultimate Bunny that suits my playstyle, and these are the modules I am using for this build. First, the mid-air maneuvering is a personal choice, and you may stick with the common sub module like Shock Punch. Remember to always max your sub module, as it will give you extra module capacity. Now, if you are going to play Ultimate Bunny, then I highly recommend using the high voltage skill module. By the way, if you are looking for all the farming spots for all the modules and items included in this video, then please refer to the video description below, as I have included a list to all locations where I farmed all the stuff I have for my Ultimate Bunny build. Getting back to high voltage, I highly suggest you get this, as it gives you the highest damage output for your lightning emission. Also, there is a bug right now with Ultimate Bunny that doesn't increase your third ability's damage proportionally to your electricity value. This only happens when you are using Ultimate Bunny with the base lightning emission skill, but if you have high voltage, then the damage increase works just fine. This skill module removes the circular lightning of your third ability, but instead, you will only hit 3 targets per hit. Every time you move for about 7 meters in the game, the third ability procs, and you will hit 3 targets. Now, that might be a downside, but in reality, the damage when you have this module is insane, that when paired with high mobility, you can one-shot almost every trash mob and some elite units in hard mode. It also does deal massive damage to bosses, and it also destroys the orb phase of infiltration bosses quickly. It also adds range, and with my build, I have almost 26 meters of range for my lightning emission skill. Based from all my tests, I am comfortable with this range because there are certain places in infiltration missions wherein you need to stay in one spot for a couple seconds. A good example of this is the composite mission type, or the Kuiper ore mining missions. The range allows me to kill enemies that are far away and they can't even achieve the right spot to shoot or throw some projectiles at me. It's also a good range in hitting bosses in far distance, and you can also hide in covers, as Bunny's third ability doesn't require any line of sight, and it can hit enemies even when you are elevated or right behind an obstacle. Now, you might say that having maximized conservation and maximized range will cripple my damage, but in reality, the damage I have with her third ability is enough to even take down hard mode Devourer easily. Based from experience, these 2 modules cut almost 30,000 of my damage, but that's still good, as I can still hit 360,000 damage with one strike against enemies that are weak against electric. With other enemies, I can still do 200,000 damage, which is good enough to kill them, and this can do critical hit with over 400,000 damage. I know this will get better with more critical in the build, and in fact, I also tried a critical build for my Ultimate Bunny, but the problem is, it will take 4 slots to get your lightning emission to deal critical hit most of the time. The reality is, the Bunny's abilities only have a 10% critical hit chance. Trust me, I tried everything to increase the critical of Bunny to at least 50% without heavy sacrifice in the build, but I really think it's not worth it. I tried to get a critical hit substat on my reactor, then I farmed the Acrobat set that gives additional critical hits to skills with 4 pieces equipped. On top of that, I added these mods also at first to improve both critical hit and critical hit damage. With additional skill power from modules, I can hit close to 1 million critical hit, but the problem though is that it sacrifices a lot of survivability, making Ultimate Bunny an annoying glass cannon. By the way, with all the critical hits I have, I only managed to get a 33% critical hit on Ultimate Bunny skill, which I don't find amusing at all. There is a better way to boost your lightning emissions DPS without sacrificing survivability, and that is the help of skill cost modules and the multi-talented module. Skill cost modules will decrease the drain of your speed of light, allowing you to run faster most of the time. Do remember that lightning emission only activates when you have traveled 7 meters in the game, and with the increase in speed from your second ability, you will shorten the time you can travel 7 meters, hence allowing you to proc lightning emission faster. This will lead to better DPS, boss, and while it can't reach millions of damage, I still prefer this as I don't die on any missions that I am running, especially in hard mode infiltration. Without survivability like defense and health, you will die against elite bosses, and you all know that when you die, you restart the fight, making the time completion longer. You might be able to kill the boss with a couple of hits on a critical build, but I still won't do it since one mistake means that I have to restart the fight again. You can be a glass cannon if you want, but I highly doubt that you would prefer it if you have the option to farm comfortably with your ultimate bunny. Now, the multi-talented module is great for bunny as once you cast a singular type skill, then you will gain a 30% increase in attribute damage, and based on my tests, this module does work with lightning emission until it expires. Or for the whole duration of the skill, you will have the 30% damage increase for your lightning emission. And then let's talk about the Narcissism module paired with maximized conservation. This ultimate module lessens the skill cost by 33% at max stack. While sprinting, you will gain the buff, but you will lose it once you stop pressing the forward movement key. You can jump forward and sideward, but you can't release forward key and move backward as it will remove all the stack of the ultimate module. Also, rolling and using your grappling hook will remove the buff of the module. This is great for traveling long distances or even using against elite bosses while speed of light is active. The skill cost of the module affects speed of light passively, which means while the second ability is active, it will induce the skill cost reduction until you have the full 33% skill cost reduction. When paired with the maximized conservation module, you will reduce the skill cost of speed of light by 68%, which allows you to use the ability longer without the help of the bionic fuel skill module. Not only that you have good survivability while using speed of light, but you also gain more damage with high voltage compared to using bionic fuel. There is a cost to using Narcissism module though, and this will increase the cooldown timer of all your skills while the buff is active. To counter this, I added the skill extension module, and this module also helps with my Thunder Cage modded with electric conductor. With the increase in electrocution, I can deal more damage with my Thunder Cage if I need to with this ultimate module and the rest of these modules. By the way, these blue modules can give this build the highest damage output of lightning emission, not only because it has higher percentage values, but the electric specialist module does pair well with the increased attribute damage of the multi-talented module. And finally, the last piece for this build is the increased health module that gives my ultimate bunny enough health values to survive a couple of hits from hard mode enemies. The final slot is personal preference, and if I'm going to push this build further, then I would go with another health module, simply because it's better in my opinion as you can somehow get at least 20,000 defense using your external components. In 20,000 defense will give you 48% damage reduction, and if you can push it to 25,000, then it will give you 51% damage reduction, which is optimal for a glass cannon descendant like Ultimate Bunny. When it comes to external components, I only have 2 pieces of Supernova right now for the increase in electric damage. In my opinion, 4 pieces is not worth it for the Executioner's Thunderbolt, as the damage is slow and takes time to charge, and based from experience, it only deals around 14,000 to 30,000 damage. Instead of putting all Supernova pieces, I added some external components with good substats like this Venom sensor that has high MP stat, perfect for my running build. You can also get double defense stats in your memory to ramp up the defense value to 20,000 or more, and this is why I recommend going for a health module instead of adding defense. Finally, this is the current reactor I am using right now. It's almost perfect since I got the electric and singular skill power boost ratio, but I will still farm a better one, as I want my substat to be electric and singular so I can add more damage to my build. With this Ultimate Bunny build, farming solo is easy right now in the first Descendant, and I highly recommend that you try this build for yourself. The rest of the video are clips of some of my hard mode infiltration runs, and as well as a short demo on how good this Ultimate Bunny build against hard mode Devourer, which is the one I use right now to farm either crystallization catalyst or energy activator blueprint. So that's all about it. If you like this video, then please do help us with the YouTube algorithm by simply liking the guide and sharing it if you can. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to check out more of the first Descendant farming guides, build help, and tips from us. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video. Squad Leader, signing off.
Enzo here. Commence mission to recapture the Magister Lab.
So slow! you little... My shields!
Mission complete. Thank you.
Executive Officer Nell here. Commence mission to recapture the old mystery.
No chance! Out of my way! Are you serious? My shields! Are you serious? My shields! Why, you little... Why, you little... Are you serious? My shields! Shields!
Mission complete. Well done, Descendant. Nell here. Commence mission to recapture the bioexperiment lab.
My shields!
Mission complete. Good job, Descendant.
You little... short out at this